Hello, good afternoon, welcome. We are going to be flying on the southern coast of Spain today. We're going to be setting off from Malaga International Airport, heading east toward the Costa Tropicale, which is part of the Granada and Lucian province. Um, so here's Malaga. So we're going to be departing Malaga, heading east. Oh, we used to stay there. We'll stop off there, grab some food and things like that. Um, Rincon de la Victoria is a really cool, massive shopping centre there, basically. It'd be cool to see it actually. Like, I did like that big shopping centre. It was a nice. Oh, I used to like the routines of arriving in Spain, and then I'm going to travel all the way along here. This is the A7 that you can see. This large road all the way along until we get to La Herradura, or La Herradura, really it's pronounced. And then we're going to, there we are. There's a little bit of a jutty out bit in La Herradura. Um, and then what we'll do is there we are. Thinking, what the hell? Um, we'll have a little flyby around La Herradura, which would be pretty cool. And then we'll continue on up past Almunaca and all the way until we get to. I think what we'll do as well is we'll go climb into the mountains and have a look at a place, a ski resort in the mountains as well. Just bear with me 1 second. So that's quite far into the mountains, actually, but there's the Sierra Nevada mountain range, basically. There's a flight currently. Where's the Sierra Nevada mountain range? It's very difficult to tell on this map. It shouldn't be. So there's Motril. So yeah, there we are. So we'll just have a quick look around that. I don't know exactly where the ski resort is. And then we'll go from there. We'll head northwest to Granada. Now, Granada's pretty interesting because why is it not coming up on the map? I don't understand why these things don't just readily come up on the map. If I'm honest, like I've said this before, it seems to equally weight both. Okay, I know why. It's because I'm. There's the Sierra Nevada mountain range, and then here's Granada. Now, to the east side of Granada, I think around about here is La Alhambra. Oh, fantastic! Which is an absolutely exquisite example of Islamic architecture um, from about 9th century. And you can just see so many styles of influences that have taken place over La Alhambra. Um, Also, on the sort of eastern slopes of Granada, so I think around about here, I'm just trying to think. I took a photo of La Alhambra from those eastern slopes, so it must be around about. Try and work it out. Actually, oh, okay, yeah, I have got some photos to have a look at as well. Let's have a quick look. So yeah, this is a place where people have dug into the mountainside. It's called Sacramonte, and it was about like 5 centuries ago. marginalized groups of people, a community set up. Now, from this place, I was able to spot La Humba. So, oh, let's find it. It's big, obvious. Yeah, there we go. So, Alhambra, sorry, Alhambra. Alhambra means the home, I think, in Spanish. Alhambra. So that I shouldn't be sat too far away from there, but just looking at that, like I should be sat here, thereabouts, anyway. So we'll see what we can see. That might be a bit difficult to see where that group of people are. Although they might be here, because looking at the way this is rendered, it has rendered some roads, and there was some ability to walk along there and stuff, but there is a huge patch missing there. Look at that square. It's like a privacy square. Well, that's an incredible community. Um, and then yeah, I mean Granada's it's not an amazing city by any stretch of the imagination. Sorry to anybody who's from Granada, but it's worth a flight anyway. So it'll be a pretty cool flight. I is imagining 3 hours flight time maybe. We'll see. I hope not though. I hope a couple of hours, but we'll see. So um, I forgot I've left it on desktop as well. So apologise for that. Yeah, what I was trying to say was once we go from the Sierra Nevada mountain range over here to Granada, hopefully we'll be able to see this community, but it doesn't look like it because where I think they are here, there's like a square of low resolution there, so it's like almost like a privacy square. And also, Granada's a very modern looking city, I think. I don't find it a particularly attractive city myself, but it's okay. It's worth a visit. Looking at that map, I can't believe we would do that drive actually. It's a hell of a drive. Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's commence the flight anyway. Well, oh yeah, there's Malaga. Okay. I didn't realise the airport was so far out of Malaga actually. I suppose it makes sense, maybe. When you come out of the airport, it doesn't tell you where the departure. Sorry, a bit of a sneeze there. Ah, is that the main airport? Oh, it looks like it. Just trying to see where the car. There is the car rental place, I think we would go straight towards. Right, let's take flight. Airborne. Oh, it's not. I don't want a custom departure. I just want to. I don't know if is that. It must be Malaga International. The size of it. Yeah, it must be. Okay. Gate 52. Yeah, that's Malaga. Right. So we're gonna set a departure there. Runway 30. It'd be nice to do a little bit of taxiing, really, but well, we'll see. We'll see what's in store. So I've got my usual Google Maps navigation up, which is next to useless really in the air. No, it's all right, I suppose. I was tempted to do a flight from Malaga to Gibraltar and then on down to Morocco, but I think what I'll do is bear in mind I'm revisiting places I've been to. So I think for Morocco, what I'll do is a flight taking off from Marrakesh. I'm just trying to find where Marrakesh is. I can see it, the Atlas Mountains. I'm going to go from Marrakesh to Essaouira on the west coast, and then the Atlas Mountains on a separate journey. Okay.
Cleared for takeoff runway 30 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Roger that. 3 Cessna Echo Golf Sierra, ready to fly. There we go. There's my radio sound. Let's release that parking brake and we'll throttle up. We are facing west at the moment. I don't remember it being so bloody flat around Malaga at all. Probably is, but okay. Airspeed is at 60. We'll do a nice climb. Just maintain that vertical airspeed. Malaga International. Do not recognise this at all. I mean, I don't know. It probably needs like an update or something. All those grey bits are probably bits you have to buy. Which is a bit weird, isn't it, really? Okay. I'm heading northwest, so we'll get rid of those objectives because I don't have any objectives. Right, can I roll now? Why have those objectives go up? God, Spain is so fucking gorgeous. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not as anywhere near as green as Britain. Like, that is something that will strike you about, especially southern Spain. Like, there are parts that look almost desert. You know, very, very arid. But it's so vast and so gorgeous. You can see for miles from the hilltops. It is wonderful. It's an absolutely wonderful country. And the Spanish are absolutely wonderful as well. Truly. Beautiful people. Very lively, family orientated, friendly, and just smashing group of people. Like, I don't think the Spanish see the best of the British, though. You know what I mean? I really don't. With the like fat, tattoo-clad, sunburnt, overweight, lager swilling Brits, and that's just the women. No, but I just don't think they have the best impression of the British at all. So I don't, if you are British and you fit into that category, then you may not see the best of the Spanish. But it doesn't take long to get away from like the touristy hotspots. You've got Marbella over to the right, which is, if you might as well be stepping into Essex. Do you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. You got Marbella over to the right, which or over to the west, I should say. Um, and then Malaga is quite a touristy hotspot place, really. It's funny. I remember hearing a Spanish person describe Brits as like all cramming into a house and taking the jobs from the Spanish, and it was so funny because it was exactly like the sort of thing that we get a lot of ignorant Brits that what they say about immigration. You know, they're all living in one house and they're all taking our jobs, and it's just so funny to hear that about the Brits themselves as well. And I mean, it's no surprise. That's you know I'm sure when people move to another country, they don't always have the best opportunities for employment and therefore have to live in accommodation that's meets their budget, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Malaga isn't my sort of place, to be honest. I will go and have a look around. It's a nice big city, but no, it's not my sort of place. I haven't really seen the beaches much of Malaga either. However, as we go further east along the coast, see a much more beautiful non-touristy side of Spain. Hence this trip. So we're at 1500 feet, which is quite high up, really. I wouldn't mind a altitude of about 1,000. So let's dip down for a little bit and see what we can see. Okay, so this is Malaga here, really. I've just done a large circle round. I can't remember driving up to the airport like that, but it'd be nice to follow these routes, to follow the roads. I've done that journey so many times. It'd be nice to like, I could just follow the A7 all the way along. So open and spacious. That's one thing you feel in Spain compared to the UK is just like how wide the roads are. Just everything is so beautifully spacious. You don't feel in the UK. I feel slightly claustrophobic around the towns, and even though people are like most places in the world clumped together in settlements and cities and whatever, it's the way that the roads of the UK have been built. They've all been built so narrow, I find, the streets and everything. I love the colours of Spain as well. It's very like low saturation of colour, if you know what I mean. Very subtle shades. And what's nice is like everything seems to reflect the colour of its surroundings as well. Huge apartment blocks and buildings. You know, throughout the last century, Spain went through such a let's just pull up such a revolution in building. The southern Spain is so inextricably linked to tourism. Good God, got to remember I'm on controller, not a flight stick, so this is difficult. Fly.
152 miles northeast of Malaga, 300 feet. Request flight following.
I don't know Malaga too well, to be honest. Like to fly over, like
Squawk 4061 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra radar contact 5 miles northeast of Malaga, 300 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Roger, Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
I think head back towards the coast, to be honest. Look at these buildings. Look how close they are together. Run along those rooftops. parkour heaven, really. I don't think I've seen this harbour before either. God, my roll is dramatic, isn't it? I lose so much altitude. Okay, let's level up. And let's follow the coast. So yeah, this coastal road isn't the main road that I would have followed.
Ryanair 239er to descend and maintain 6,100 feet.
There's some, I mean, you'll have to forgive my pronunciation. I never
Malaga approach Ryanair flight
got anything
344,
right
passing 13,100 feet.
in all the
descending
time I've spent in
4,000
Spain.
feet.
There's some fantastic
Ryanair
caves
flight 944
as well
Malaga approach
outside of
altimeter
Malaga,
29er
just
decimal
towards the
niner,
east of
continuing
Malaga.
liftoff as
The,
planned.
the Cueva de Nerja, the caves of Nerja, and they are fantastic. That is a hell of an experience. If you could time it at the same time that there's some sort of vocals or concert going on, wow, you'll have an incredible experience.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 31 approach. See ETROF transition.
Look almost artificial, don't they, these beaches? Presumably they are.
Ryanair 239er to descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Ryanair 239er to descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
It's annoying picking up the ATC now. Like, look at the way that everything's built in Spain, and it really, so many areas of southern Spain are like this. Just buildings across all the mountain ranges. It's absolutely fantastic to see. Have I flown in Spain? No, I've never flown anything in Spain, and I should have done, really. I've been skiing and I've been diving, but not flying. And actually, a balloon ride would have been pretty awesome, actually. Even just like a microlight, would be fantastic. See these sorts of views. So warm as well. Even during the winter, Spain is warm. Okay, I'm assuming that this is. I think. Yeah, Roncon de la Victoria. So, if we were to, and this is a bit sad, this is a lot bigger, a lot larger place than I thought it would be, actually. But if I was to just get onto the A7 route.
Ryanair 239er to descend and maintain 1,700 feet.
I think where the shopping centre is.
Maintain 1,700 feet. Ryanair 239er to.
Silly, isn't it? Just to oh, this looks familiar. Coming off here, and then oh, it could be anywhere. Is that it? That could be it there. That very well could be it, actually. Underneath that car park. Although that could also be it. I don't know. No, that's not it. There's a massive supermarket there. Okay, so about an hour's drive from Malaga to La Herradura. Um, so I suppose flight time should be a lot quicker.
8 miles southeast of Malaga. Contact Malaga Tower on 122.1 when inbound on the approach. Shamrock 584, you are tree 2 miles north.
Oh, it's so
Descend and
beautiful.
maintain 9,400 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway, tree 1 approach via Kazov transition. Clear to Kazov.
Oh, it is so wonderful.
122.1
Oh, I miss it already.
3902. Descend and maintain 9,400 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway, tree 1 approach via Kazov transition. Clear to Kazov Shamrock 584.
Beaches aren't amazing all along the south coast, and it actually is. Some of them are superb, and some of them, unfortunately, like La Herradura, are very pebbly. Like, and that's to me almost insufferable to be on a beach without sand. Okay, I think that's the main road as well.
Ryanair
So.
5944 descend and maintain 6,500 feet.
I'm just trying to have a look at my map now.
Descend and maintain 6,500 feet. Ryanair 5944.
Let's get down to about 1,000
Ryanair
feet, somewhere comfortable.
5944 descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Oh, it's very jerky. Apologies for that. The nice thing is about being on the south coast, you have sunshine through such a huge chunk of the day. Okay. Also, yeah, quite a way to go. There is a place up here called Vélez Malaga, which I don't really know much about, to be honest. I think we've been. It was always like somehow in my mind like the fake Malaga, because I'd only go that way back to the airport really. Yeah, look at these beaches. They're huge, aren't they? Absolutely huge. And like even though they're not an outstanding like reproduction in here, is they're better done than they were in the UK from the flight I took. Was it yesterday? Much better. So wonderful. I just think buildings and places, settlements in hot countries are so much nicer than in the more temperate zones of places like the UK. I think people can sustainably build with wooden timber frames. Tend to be just a lot more spacious, the buildings. You don't have to think about warmth and surviving the winter in the same way. Do you know what I mean? And Spain just seems to have such an abundance of fantastic building materials as well. Look at how hilly it is. Such a sign of a crazy amount of tectonic activity. Just look at all that hilliness as well. So, like, when you come to build a house in Spain, you can just basically have your own hill. Do you know what I mean? That's what's so wonderful about it. Where is this place here? I'm struggling to see that. Doesn't matter. We're just following the coast. Okay, so Torre del Mar, and this is Vélez, Malaga. unusual to see such green agriculture. Obviously, Spain is a huge producer of food.
Ryanair
Um,
Flight 944 descend and maintain
I feel like
1,700 feet.
I hadn't eaten fruit properly until I'd visited Spain and had an orange or even just a tomato. It was that tasting of fat, juicy
Descend and
tomato
maintain
that I realised
1,700 feet. Ryanair Flight
why
944.
a tomato is a fruit and not a vegetable. Do you know what I mean? Oh God, this is so gorgeous. The food in Spain.
Shamrock 584
Of
descend and
course,
maintain 4,000 feet.
paella is one of my favourite dishes ever. Yeah, Spanish cuisine is superb actually. Tapas and
Descend and
paella,
maintain 4,000 feet. Shamrock 584.
paella. I think the L's are silent. I don't know. Never really got to grips with speaking Spanish at all. And it's only more recently that I've just started to think there's a lot of Spanish speaking countries around the world, especially when you take places like Central America. Like a lot of it would be really handy to speak Spanish. I'd substitute German and French for being able to speak Spanish any day, to be honest.
Ryanair Flight 944, you are 8 miles southeast of Malaga. Contact Malaga Tower on 122.1 when inbound on
I
the
want to
approach.
take this radio chatter off because I don't want to be listening to Malaga International for the next 2 hours of flight. I have no idea how to do that.
Tower on 122.1 Ryanair Flight 944.
Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's quite. Oh, I thought it was 47 nautical miles away. I was like, what? Okay, so um, I don't know this region particularly. Um, I would just drive through it. I'm just trying to have a look at the map, what's coming up. Oh, I've bookmarked something up here in the past. What is it? I favorited something. It's even got a heart favorite. Oh, Frigiliana. Oh, right. Okay. This is a wonderful little town, Frigiliana. Um, this is where I was talking about paella a moment ago. This is where I've had the best paella in my life, actually, Frigiliana. I would say it's worth a visit just for the paella. Um, I shared. Actually, I think my parents came to visit as well. So I shared paella dish with my mum. So it was a large paella dish for two. And my mum didn't really eat much, as mums don't. And I just got this like two-person paella dish to myself, basically. It was, oh, it was superb. Right, so that's Fragiliana. So what we'll do is this jutty out bit is the Turks Costa, but and Fragiliana is a small drive up from there. I don't know how I've managed to gain so much altitude in all that time I've taken my eyes off the ball, but um, yeah, let's dip back down to the coast and I'll just drop some airspeed as well. Well, I'll reduce the throttle. I don't know how much impact that'll have on my airspeed, not much. I'm finding it difficult to fly on
Shamrock
the
Flight
Xbox
84
without
descend and
having
maintain 6,500 feet.
gauges and things like that. I need to get this migrated over to PC really now. I'm convinced of that because there's so much that you need to see and
Climb
do.
and maintain
I
6,500
can
feet.
see my
Shamrock
throttle quite
584.
easily in this external view,
Shamrock 584 descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
but not in the cockpit view. I can't really read those gauges, to be fair. So I'm sure there'll be in fact, I know there's plenty of apps that I can use on the tablet and things like that, and the mobile phone, because I googled it and there's like 10 freely available ones, and probably some good paid ones as well. And also, you know, in terms of upgrading a flight stick and stuff, might be worthwhile because like this jerky movement here when I'm using the rudder and stuff like that. Okay, so this is the Torrex Costa, and then Fragiliana is up in the mountains, but let's gain a little bit of altitude because to see exactly where. You sort of go up a valley. It's not hugely far from the coast actually. So if I gain some altitude, I'll be able to hopefully have it flag up. It is well worth a visit as a town. I think to me this is one of those towns that sum up southern Spain in a very archetypal manner. I think Alminaca's a bit like that, but it's a larger town. Um, maybe Nerja as well. Basically, as you go east. Okay, so there's Torux. So yeah, I completely forgot about Frigiliana. Never forget that paella. And there's some lovely shops as well. It's a lot of small local artisan shops as well. Is that it? There must be it. I'm guessing it is. Let's see. There is a little cafe that does paella on the beach actually down here on this coast, but it's good. It's good. They just cook it up in this huge pan. Do you know what I mean? To serve like, I don't know, like a restaurant full of people, like 100 people. Okay, I'm guessing that is Nerja, but I'm just Frigiliana, sorry. So I'm going to take a run up there. Does it say? I can't see against the skyline, but yes, it seems to be. Cool. Okay, let's just drop the throttle a little bit. So I can't see the road to drive up there. That's the A7 we're crossing now. It'd be amazing if it actually looked like Frigiliana. I don't see why it wouldn't, to be honest. I think the road to get up there, if you look here, this is the A7, and then it's just this turn off down here. Yeah. Okay, and then it's a lovely drive up here.
Going to 118.275 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Shamrock 584, you are 8 miles southeast of Malaga. Contact Malaga Tower on 122.1 when inbound on the approach.
I have no idea what my call sign is. I don't know if I need to.
123.855 for Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Malaga approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 800 feet.
Look at this. Isn't this beautiful though? It's a little town, but it's not. Frigiliana itself, once you've gone around that road there, these winding roads are insanely fantastic. Especially when you're in a rental car where you can put your foot down. But this is Frigiliana. The restaurant that I've been going on about, I still have dreams about. What about, sorry? I don't want to be stalling as I'm climbing near some buildings. Ah, the restaurant is just where my shadow is, round about there. Yeah. And then this is all the old town where you get all the really nice craft shops and stuff. Absolutely superb place to be. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah. So there's the best paella restaurant in the world just there, directly under us now. in my opinion, anyway.
118.275 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
We'll just climb
Grid
and
center,
then
Cessna Alpha
we'll
Sierra
just
X-ray
head back
Golf
down
Sierra,
into
1,400
Nerja and then resume along the coast.
123.855 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Not sure why there's
Malaga
water
approach Cessna
being rendered up
Alpha
there.
Sierra X-ray
Maybe
Golf
there's a
Sierra,
waterfall.
1,400 feet.
So yeah, Fragiliana, beautiful town, well worth a visit. And now we'll come back down to the coast. So I'll just drop my throttle because otherwise I'm over speeding. These winding roads of Spain. Got some mad videos, dashcam footage, just rallying around those public roads, which, I mean, you know, a little bit more mature now when it comes to my driving. I think having a speeding ticket in Spain knocked out that desire from me to be putting my foot down. Okay, so I can't remember Nerja much as a town, to be honest. It's a lot bigger than I remember it being, but then everything seems a lot bigger from the sky, actually, all the towns and stuff. Yeah. I do remember a market here. That's about it. Okay, so we'll continue eastbound. Anything else along the route? I mean, I'm just got my favourites in here from when I visit. Oh, there's a lovely little beach down here as well. I think it's around here. Maybe. That doesn't look very beach-like. Some lovely little cafes and stuff like that. Oh wow, we're actually coming up on La Herradura right now. More or less. So this peninsula has on it the Serra Gordo. I will confess to something happening up there. I don't know if to confess to it or not, but yeah, I just sometimes, you know, nature calls in the most inconvenient places, and when one exerts oneself climbing a mountain, one occasionally feels the desire for a number two. And there's nothing convenient about that. Like, that's the extent of my confession now. But yeah, this is the Serra Gordo, and I mean, so La Herradura, all right. I spent ages calling it La Herradura basically, and it still takes me a long time to pronounce the name of this place so properly. La Herradura. I just still find it really difficult. But what it means is it's Spanish for the horseshoe, because the topography of this coastline is horseshoe shaped. And it, you know what, if it had a sandy beach, I think it would be heaven on earth. Like, that's my only difficulty with La Herradura. But apart from that, it's not too touristy. There's a lovely square right in the middle of the town that serves the best hot chocolate in the world. Oh my god. I don't know if that young lady's still there. And it's just like sort of come the evening, that square is just alive with food, families dancing, music. It's just fantastic. Okay, so here's the Cerro Gordo. You can't. It's like a large folly, but I don't think I can see it here. No, but it's a good old trek. It's definitely a good old trek. I've got some fantastic photos. I've got a time lapse shot of La Herradura from the Cerro Gordo. But yeah, no, it's not rendered, unfortunately. No, nothing's rendered there. And then here we are, La Herradura. I'm still struggling. Um, I don't know this part of town, to be honest, very well. That's mainly residential, really. Um, and then just over here, the coast is the beach. Like I said, very pebbly beach, unfortunately, but quite extensive. There's a campsite somewhere there. Every time I see it, I just think, how the hell do people camp in the heat? And it's a lovely drive along here. I'm just going to try and decrease that throttle a little bit, but I will have to climb in a second as well. So, it's not a huge amount of shops, to be honest. There's like, I don't know, just like one Chinese bric-a-brac, which is fantastic, actually. I really like that bric-a-brac shop. Had some great bargains in there. Some stuff along the bottom. I'm just trying to see where we were, but I'm going to struggle, I think, because it's not accurately reproduced here at all, really. I mean, I could probably follow things. As you come off the A7, you come into town, you go down these one-way streets. Yeah, it's difficult to see, really. It's not accurately reproduced. You can't even see the square. Oh, no. No. Some good restaurants along the seafront. Oh, okay. So just around about there. There. That's it. There we are. Wonderful. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Good memories. Whoa. Jesus. So yeah, La Herradura. And then what we'll do is we'll continue heading east. I can't remember what comes up next. It's maybe Almanacca. Oh, there is a harbour over here. And this is like Millionaire's Row. My God. Some very nice boats. Here's another jutty out bit, aka peninsula. Again, I'm not too familiar. There's no real this is all residential, really. So there's not a huge amount of reason to be walking around here, to be honest. But it is lovely to see. And then here's the harbour. And actually, we chartered a boat from here out into the sea and did a couple of dives around here, and that was quite cool. Actually, it was quite nice to see. In fact, I learnt to dive around La Herradura. I haven't been diving for a while now. Okay, so moving on then. We've got getting some altitude. Okay, this is Almanacca. I like it. I think it's a great city. Town. It's not really a city, but it is big. It is certainly large, and it feels it. You can see wonderful shopping, wonderful markets, and it's wonderful in the evening as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's about 1,000 feet. Just stay safe for a bit. But really, I'm going to head east to Motril. So again, somewhere I'm not too familiar with, but I think that's around about there we are. So I haven't got autopilot, but what I'm going to do is take my hands off the stick for a bit, and there we go. Yeah, I'm going to take my hands off the stick and just nip to the loo, and then we'll be heading up. There we go. We'll be heading up north. Can't really take my hands off the stick because I seem to be drifting significantly. Yeah. Drifting out to sea. There we go. Bit of autopilot AI while I nip to the loo. Okay, I won't be a second. Okay, well, AI seems to have taken over, but it's climbed us, hasn't it? We're now at 2,000 feet. Fair enough. Okay, so I don't know these places. Salabreña. Okay, I do. Salabreña. So we're going to head north by northeast in a second, and that second being now. That place as well, I don't know too well, but we can see the Sierra Nevada mountain range from where we're at, and especially at the altitude we're at as well. That's neat. I'm going to maintain this 2,000 feet altitude actually. In fact, the higher I climb, the better. I'm just thinking how we would have driven to the Sierra Nevada. I think it was on New Year's Day we went skiing actually. No, Boxing Day, that was it. We had a Christmas on the beach and then Boxing Day. Skiing. But I don't know, the road through the mountain range is insane. This must have been a hell of a drive then. There is a river. I can follow this river. I mean, I'm basically just heading towards those snow-peaked mountains. Which is, I mean, that's incredible. Though, if you think how dry, hot, arid Spain is, southern Spain, and then to have snow-capped mountains, just like an hour and a half's drive away from the coast, and then you're in a freezing climate. It's just incredible, really. That's just a testament to the height of those mountains. It's such a hilly region everywhere. Cycling wise, I imagine you'd be absolutely tired out all the time. Just up and down, up and down. Oh, that little... No. There is, somewhere to the west of where we are now, a national park. And like a whole swimming pool on top of a mountain. Not an infinity pool, but we had it to ourselves for half a day, and it was just incredible. Like, to just be up there, somewhere over there, and the views were just outstanding as well. Okay, we've got 30 minutes flight time maybe to the Sierra Nevada, maybe less actually. Looking at that's quick. This is so quick. I'm sort of tempted to dip down, even though I've been climbing and gaining all this altitude, but sort of tempted to dip down and see some of these places along the route, really. Oh, there's the main road, I presume. Coming up to a lake. I don't know if this is... I think it's a reservoir up ahead. There certainly seems to be a dam there as well, so yeah, we'll pass by that. Quite a large dam. I can't remember seeing that in real life. I suppose driving along that road you wouldn't really notice it, maybe. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what my actual height from ground level is. If it's not that high, I've got a feeling of about 1,000 foot, maybe 1,500 feet. But my altitude from sea level is 2,500 feet, so we are getting gradually higher and higher than the land, the region. Yeah, that's a huge dam. Can't remember seeing that. Okay, now Sierra Nevada. Yeah, this is just the Sierra Nevada is actually a particular mountain, but it's the Sierra Nevada mountain range. Look at the size of this reservoir as well, actually. We've got cars flying under that bridge there, down beneath. Don't know how the cars do that. It's enormous, that reservoir, isn't it? Right, I'm going to give myself plenty of room to climb, just because if I start to struggle, and I don't know anything about this Like now, my attitude is not even clearing the top of the mountain, and I'm losing airspeed dramatically. So I might struggle, to be fair, getting up here. In fact, I'm definitely going to struggle. So, is there a way I can navigate up here? Is this where I could do with doing my flaps? Yes, I think so. I think that would probably help with my vertical climb. At the detriment of airspeed, but my vertical speed is good. No, it's decreasing. Wow. Okay, I'll follow this valley. Oh. So, what's my bearing? I'm heading northwest now. It's a bit strange. Seem to be heading northeast. I mean, when you're up here, yeah, you do feel high up. But now, looking at the view from this plane and the difficulty climbing as well in the Cessna, just realised, wow, this is high. House there. Okay, this is the highest altitude I've been in this Cessna. Oh, it doesn't like my flaps being down. I need an afterburner, don't I, really? I'm going to struggle. I'm going to get into stalling territory now. I'm not careful. I'm not going to clear it. Oh, I don't know, actually. Maybe I am. Just about. I mean, honestly, this is going to be a close call. I've got to try and avoid jerky movements. I really don't want to be dropping down to 50 knots though. The air is thin up here as well. Presumably. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what if this altitude you start to feel the thin air, less lift. I have no idea. But I'm struggling. At 50 knots now. I'm gonna circle round. I think it's just too risky. I'll just do it in stages, really. As long as I can maintain some sort of positive vertical speed, I'll eventually do it like that. There we go.
118.85 for Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Granada approach
X-Ray
Cessna
Golf
Alpha
Sierra.
Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 5,500 feet.
Oh, I must be changing comms channels or something because probably
118.275 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Once you cross the 5,000 feet mark, maybe that's when things get serious. I don't know. Climb, climb, climb. I think I'll do one more circle. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be good.
118.85 for Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Granada approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 5,600 feet.
Well, I started my climb from the coast actually. Didn't leave it till the very last minute, you know,
118.275 for
flying
Cessna
at
X-Ray
500
Golf
feet or
Sierra.
whatever, and then just going, oh
Madrid
Christ.
Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 5,900 feet.
Well, I'm definitely climbing.
118.85 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Granada
And I'm
approach
maintaining
Cessna
some
Alpha Sierra
airspeed, so
X-Ray
I'm not
Golf Sierra
stalling.
6,400 feet.
Okay, losing airspeed there. But yeah, that's all good. It's a bit risky. I don't like getting down to 50 knots. I'm sure the Cessna's fine at 50, but
118.275 for Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Madrid Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 6,700 feet.
how many times have I done a circle around here now? So gradual. Strange not seeing any snow up here though. And I can't remember it being so green. Okay. That was low airspeed for sure. Oh, we made it. Incredibly. This is going to be a hard climb. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. Did get a stall warning just then. Just try and keep my altitude at the very least. I need to be getting to 8,000 feet then by the looks of things. Okay, just trying to keep that airspeed. I just want it at around 60 really, and then
Sierra,
I don't know how
X-ray
to
Golf
optimize
Sierra,
my climb.
7,700 feet.
Let's climb this way.
275 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Madrid Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, 8,000 feet. .85 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Granada approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, 7,900 feet.
I'm at 8,000 feet now. I've still got to climb. Okay. Getting there. Still got plenty of airspeed. Just climb a bit more. Wow, that has been a mission, and actually, I'll have to bear that in mind in future then for trying to gain altitude quickly. It's not a jet. I don't know if I can make that now. I'm still going to struggle. Maybe not. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'm still going to struggle.
118.275 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Madrid Center, Cessna
Right.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra.
This is definitely more familiar.
8,500 feet.
These snow-capped peaks. Sort of feels like the point of beyond no return. If I go up this valley, I'm not going to have a lot of space to circle round and gain altitude. So it's like I'm going to have to go for it now, and I'm losing airspeed though. So is this sensible? Probably not. And I'd like to have gained another 500 feet before I come here, but you know what? Let's go for it.
X-ray Golf Sierra. Granada approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, 9,000.
I think my stall point depends on attitude, but is about 45 knots. I think.
118.275
So as long as I'm keeping things above
X-ray Golf Sierra.
50, I'm okay.
Madrid Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra
60
X-ray
seems
Golf
to be the
Sierra,
magic number.
9,200 feet.
Yeah, this is wonderful. I don't know this mountain range really at all. Like, I could tell you where the ski lift is, but that's about it. Like, you know, I just really don't know it at all. But it is wonderful to get up here. It does feel like just a huge plateau, really, more than like a mountain range. And there are some fantastic views down of the coast. Oh, I'm at 60 knots now. Am I going to clear the highest point? I think I should be all right, actually. I seem to be. Seem to be doing okay. Oh no. I'm going to have to roll, aren't I, to avoid this landmass here. Oh God. This is close. This is so ridiculously close. Seriously. I'm at a stall point now. I've not actually touched down. I have touched down. Still good. We're still good. We're still flying. Oh God. I'll put the parking brake on. Reset the aircraft in the air. Let's do that. Okay, bloody hell.
Madrid
That's
Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray
why
Golf
am I at
Sierra.
2,000
Type
feet?
Cessna 15220
Why
miles
am I at
east of Lima Echo
15,000 feet?
Juliet Echo 11,900
Where am I?
feet. Request flight following. Squawk Fife 204 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Where am I?
Roger Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Going to
Trouble is, if I
118.85
bring up that
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
mount, if I bring up that map
Granada approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray
right
Golf
there,
Sierra 11,600 feet.
let's get to Granada. Well, that was really close actually. I mean,
118.275
if I'd have just gained
Cessna
another
X-Ray
200
Golf
feet
Sierra.
before that final run,
Madrid
I'd have been
Center,
okay.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 11,400 feet.
Okay, so there's south. Anyway, I don't know my altimeter. Oh, my altimeter's got me at 11,000 feet, not 1,500 feet, of course. Right now, if we're still over the Sierra Nevada mountain range, then northwest of here should be Granada, which is the ATC he was just chatting to. This is a crazy ass mountain range, isn't it? Look at that. I'd love to walk along that ridge. That'd be insane. Okay. So, I didn't know Granada sat at such high altitude either, because looking at it, it's not like we're going to drop 10,000 feet to get to Granada. Maybe we are. Now, where is it though? I could have done any of that from the cockpit view. There's no way. Actually, I was thinking of getting a new tablet, so I could dedicate this one to, like, to mounting it and stuff. I've got a Raspberry Pi, and I keep intending to. No, not a Raspberry Pi. Well, I've got a Raspberry Pi. I've got an Arduino, but the one that can be plugged into your computer, so the computer thinks it's a human interface device, and I could wire up some switches, get myself some flick switches and stuff like that, because all the flight sim gear is so expensive. When I finally do all that, I'm happy with the cockpit view, but at the moment, being able to read those gauges, no idea. I can't even see the compass. There's my airspeed indicator, but it's just not obvious to me what that is. Okay, northwest. Okay, all right, we're heading in the right direction. That's good news. The Alhambra, then, must be over this way. I didn't know you could reset the aircraft into the air. That's pretty fortunate, actually. That's pretty handy. So, this is what we're looking for of the picture of the Alhambra and Granada. And like I said, I took that from Sacramento, I think it was called. I can't remember. But that'd be cool if we can actually see that area. I don't know. I don't know if it's classed as a landmark, you see, that's the trouble. If it's classed as a landmark, I might have to buy it as a DLC or something like that. Look at all these paths and routes and stuff. This is heaven for me, walking country. So much tectonic activity indicated around the area. Okay, coming up to the Alhambra. The on the right hand side, again, I'm not going to butcher the pronunciation, but is another large reservoir as well. And that's one way into Granada. But I think the Alhambra is, I'm going to guess it's there where my dot is, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it's there, and I think I was stood there when I took the photo. I mean, I've taken several photos and had a couple of visits at least to the Alhambra, to be honest, but on that particular photo. It's quite a large city, Granada. Like I said, no, just not. I don't find it particularly attractive. I think I've been in 2 different times of the year, and it can be bloody cold in Granada as well, which is surprising, being so close to the Costa Tropicale. I suppose that's the difference that the topography makes when you've got mountains around. Air tends to rise, and then rain tends to fall, I suppose. Okay, so just then there, I think, is the Alhambra. So maybe around about there, or is it there? We'll soon find out. It's there. It's there. Wow, I seem to be. Oh, I'm just going to drop my throttle a bit. I seem to be a lot of turbulence as I've really picked up some airspeed descending. Dropped to 5,000 feet now. I mean, I'm going to throttle right down and glide down now. Okay. There's the Alhambra. Somewhere there. I love Moorish design. Okay, I thought that was the Alhambra. It doesn't appear to be. It should be. There it is. But you can't really see it, which is a damn shame. Oh, Granada's so big. So the guys that lived in the caves on the mountainside, which really felt like a steep mountainside, I think they're either over here, like looking at these over here, or potentially where we're flying over right now. I just can't remember. Yeah, there we are. There they are. That's where they lived. Oh, you bugger. There was always a risk of that happening. Oh, I'm back in the air.
Granada approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna
I can't believe I've crashed twice on this flight now.
4,400 feet. Request flight following. Squawk 114 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Roger Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
There we go. Yeah, that is it. That's the Alhambra. It's beautiful. And then this must be where those guys lived in the caves. Yeah, just there. Just there. That is it. That is definitely it. I thought it was higher up than that, actually, but obviously not. Now, I seem to know the west side of Granada better. I don't know why. I just seem to be more familiar with west side. Maybe that's more of the town. It is actually huge. I know it was big. Well, I knew it was a city, but I just had no appreciation of the size of the place at all. Saw some wonderful flamenco dancing as well in Granada. Right, well, I'm going to land at an airport and hopefully not crash, and hopefully not have this like 1 hour long landing pattern to follow, but we'll see. Let's radio in to the nearest tower.
Granada approach Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra cancel flight following. Granada Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is 7 miles east, 3,200 feet with Gulf to land. Make left traffic runway 09er Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Okay. Well, that's good news. I think it's just done my flaps for me, yeah. Bloody thing. And it's also throttled me down as well, which I don't want. It will do it again, and I can't get rid of it. Stop fiddling around with my flaps. They're my flaps. I will do the fiddling with flaps. I'll wait about 3 minutes until I really drop my speed down. Yeah, Granada is vast. It's so big. A lovely place, it certainly is. I wonder we find so many people go out and live in Spain. Like, I just forgot how beautiful it is as a country, actually. I know where I should fly to next. With a similar sort of beauty for tomorrow's flight. We'll go to Malta. It's not going to be a long flight. I mean, you could do the whole island in about an hour. Do you know what I mean? But it'd be worthwhile. Fly Turkey as well. From Ankara. Could explore Turkey. I mean, what I'm going to do is just kill off places I've been to. So I'll do a bit of France and Germany as well around Europe. And then I'll start exploring places I haven't been to. I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing the fjords as well. That'd be pretty cool to see. Also, God, there's so many places that be. I'd love to see Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I'd love to see fly above the Machu Picchu place. I'd like to follow some trails as well. Maybe fly above some parts of Africa, you know. Air safari type thing. India would be pretty. Oh, there's so many places that would be wonderful to fly. Even some of the towns, like even Shenzhen in China. Do you know what I mean? That'd be wonderful to fly to. Well, I'm glad I've done these flights anyway. They're little practice flights. I'm really happy with this Cessna aircraft as well. Neat little aircraft. Okay, I'm going to drop my vertical speed, my airspeed now.
Cleared to land runway 09er Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Get some flappage. Get some flappage on the go. Doesn't look a very stable flight, does it? Approaching way too fast. I'm just too impatient though. Just want to get land. Let's drop that thrust down a bit more. To decrease the altitude. It's one thing after another. Come on then. I'll drop the throttle. I'm throttling right down. I've got my flaps all the way down. Now I need to throttle up again. A little bit. Beautiful how much more effective the rudder is at a lower speed. What's going on here? Stop taking over. Get off it. I was fine without you. I might have stalled, but I can't throttle up. can't. Why is it not letting me throttle up? All I can do is I can't even do my flaps now. Fucking thing. It's fucked me. It's absolutely fucked me. Is it flying for me? Because I'm doing the stick. It's just doing the throttle and flaps, and I can't take it back off. God damn thing. I'm turning all that shit off. That's pissed me right off now. It's taking the fun out of it for me. 40 knots. Oh my god, talk about touchdown right on the tip of the runway. Jesus, come on. I even hit my little stick. That's annoyed me. I don't like all that flight assist. Yeah, I've crashed twice, but shouldn't judge me on that. Cessna, Charlie, Sierra, X-ray, Golf, taxiing off runway 15. Oh, this is going to be a turn, isn't it? I'm trying to brake, I can't brake.
Going to 121.9er, 25 Cessna, X-ray Golf Sierra.
I can't get my throttle back. It's not letting me throttle. Tune ATC radio to ground and request taxi clearance. You're joking. No, what's the ground frequency? I don't know what the ground frequency is. There we go. Right, should have done the radio on the runway road. Tune ATC radio to ground and request taxi clearance. I'll do this through this menu. That'll be a lot easier if I can.
Granada ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra request taxi to parking. Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
I've done this before, I've never parked. This little taxi area is a bit weird. Right, do I have to follow that? Oh, what's that cone? It's just shredded my Cessna. I think it's like officially the most stressful job in the world, working air traffic control. Incredibly high stress, high stakes environment. There's a vehicle in my way. I end up hitting it with my wing. Parking right there, eh? Yeah, Granada was the first time I really saw poverty in Spain, actually. You know, obviously, you don't see, despite where places depend on tourism, you do tend to see a lot of poverty in those places because of the very seasonal nature of tourism. Especially things like COVID illustrate that how um, like carefully balanced an economy that's dependent on tourism really is. Precariously balanced was the word I was looking for. But yeah, what Granada is not a touristy place, and that was the first time I really saw. Jesus, am I going to park here? Slam on that. Oh my God. I better not throttle like that. Oh, missed the boat there. I've cut my engine off. Has it started up again? It has. No, it hasn't. I don't know how to start the engine. I could do the throttle. Oh God. Jesus Christ, mate. You are one lucky airport guy. I tell you.